Hi there. Hi, I know you're right on time for your appointment, and I am not. I apologize for that. There's no need to, sorry about that, just a little holiday decor. There's no reason to get any managers involved, right? I mean, we're going to make this appointment really great for you, regardless of when it started. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, you like my gloves. Thank you. Fashion magazine says gloves are all the rage for 1983, but I think they're meaning more the lacy kind. It's so cold outside, though. I'll pin them back so I can actually work with you. Now, as we both know, the fastest way to get what you want these days is with a catalog order, and I can get you that right now. I know you made this appointment because you're looking to purchase some European toys for the holidays. Is that correct? Well, you're in the right place, most certainly. We have some catalogs with plenty of different types of toys. We have dolls, we have art toys, we have model ships, but I think what you're looking for is some stuffed animals. Am I right? Oh, I can always tell. I find that the people who compliment my gloves tend to be looking for a fuzzier fare. And it just so happens I have the latest catalog right here. Yes, don't let the dolls on the catalog throw you off. This is actually their softest of soft toy grouping. Have you heard of this brand before? It's pronounced Alsford, and you'll find that they say that repeatedly throughout this catalog. I could tell you a little history about it if you'd like. It says the township of Alsford is in the county of Hampshire, are in the south of England, approximately 18 miles northeast of Southampton and 8 miles east of Winchester. Alsford is really two townships, Old Alsford and New Alsford, although probably the new is older than the old. Our headquarters, the town mill, lies across the parish boundary between Old and New Alsford. The first mill on the site, on the banks of the River Arle, was built sometime between 1189 and 1204, and the first written record we have. Are you even interested in this? I mean, I don't live in the UK, do you? No. The point is, the stuffed animals are great quality. And you can see we have some happy families here. Down here are the ducks. You'll find the ducks, in addition to the bears and rabbits, are a specialty of Alsford. They love creating happy families that they can share with your family. All right, let's flip the page here. We have some information about how they're made. It says, our manufacturing really starts in the design studio, where new fabrics and new trends are examined and evaluated so as to produce a really first-class soft and washable toy animal, which will be a joy to buy, a joy to sell, and a joy to own. Clearly this is meant for me, but I'm showing you the seller's catalog. This page is all owls. Owls are so hot this year, 1983. We have some brown owls, but these large barn owls are definitely a hit this season. The eyes are a little exaggerated, just slightly, and we have it in 3 sizes. And then over here, you see that we have some more forest creatures. An interesting note is it's our policy to have one machinist sew the entire animal, thus giving a pride in work and enhancing quality. So that's kind of cool to know that rather than an assembly line, each one of these animals is made by one artisan all the way through. And we have some forest creatures, as I mentioned. We have a guinea pig, of course, a mole, And then we have some rabbits down here. Rabbits are really big with this brand. Bears and rabbits are sort of their two signature fare, and very festive, great for the holidays, for children of all ages. Now, as we continue on to some more rad forest creatures over here, we have a little more information once again. This one is simply saying that after the original artisan finishes her work, someone else will come in and inspect the sewing and then fill it with this super soft carded polyester, which is what's inside. Polyester is really making a resurgence right now, both in clothing and then also the filling of these animals. Here we have an otter, a badger, a lamb, and a duckling. And then over on this page, we're starting to get into the teddy bears, which, as I mentioned, are very popular with this brand, and really just timeless overall. And we also have a red fox up here. So really just teddy bears to suit any mood or anyone's whims. We have different colors. This one has a smiley face on it. I always thought that teddy bears look so sad, so here's the option for people who would rather have a happier bear. And really, is there anything more classic Christmas than a teddy bear under the tree? I don't think so. All right, now going on to the next page, we have two of our more exotic creatures and two of our least exotic creatures. I'm not sure why they paired these together, but I don't know how things work in England personally. We have a koala, two koalas, a dog, puppy dog golden is what's this referred to, and then we have a kangaroo and baby. And then we have three cats. There's the Moggy cat and then Persian Grey. I don't know what a Moggy cat is, but does it really matter? It's very cute. And then on the opposite page, we have Siberian bears, mama and a baby. And then down here, we have the curly elephant and the furry elephant. And then over on this side, we have some information about the toys and why they are such a great option for the loved ones in your life. Oh, certainly, I can go over this quickly. Well, they are washable, first of all, which is so important with little kids. As with all quality fabrics, care should be taken to use water, which is lukewarm rather than hot. And then once they are washed, tumble dry them on the lowest possible heat, or let them air dry. Also, this regulation does not apply in every country, but you should know that when buying a toy made in England, or it is regulations of the highest order, that they are safe, so you don't have to worry about eyes popping out and getting eaten. And they are flame resistant too for all your bonfires involving stuffed animals. And here on the next page are some of my favorite. These are the Arctic animals. So many seals: mink seal, light gray seal, dark gray seal, cream baby seal. They're just all so cute and feel so right for winter weather. And then, of course, at the bottom, more bears. These ones are less teddy and more grizzly and polar. But really, just what a nice fit for this weather, you know what I mean? Oh, speaking of the safety of these toys again, real quick, I wanted to mention that they're actually really gnarly about their quality control. They actually regularly submit samples to laboratories for testing. So every soft toy they make is thoroughly inspected. Now, over on this page, we have some dolls, but I can tell by looking at you that, like myself, you are not a fan of the dolls. They're just a little bit too uncanny for my personal tastes, especially the ones this brand makes. No to the doll head, no to all of this, personally. I'm happy to give you more information. Okay, you don't like it either. Good, let's move on then. Now, one more thing before we move on. I know these aren't stuffed, but they actually make some pretty great wooden toys, but it's not actually them making, it's a third-party company. You can see it's from Switzerland. Alsford has partnered with them. This little blurb says, "Over the years, we have been approached by many overseas manufacturers and asked to represent them in the UK. If we are going to offer our customers merchandise other than our own, we must be totally satisfied as to its quality and design. Blah, 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 blah. Alsford, be proud to make it, something, something. We are pleased to say that we have found some wooden toys which, in both design and quality, meet our high standards, and we are therefore pleased to offer you new, for the 1980s, the following items made in Switzerland." And aren't these just adorable? Here we have a turtle and some other creatures, very cute. And then I thought you might just be interested to know that Alsford ships to several locations around the world, but there aren't very many distributors that you can go to in person like this. You can see in the US we have our Beverly Hills location. That's where you are right now. And that is our Alsford catalog. Just in time for Christmas. If you order today, everything is guaranteed to be under the tree in the time needed. And if you like anything that you saw here, of course not these dolls, but the stuffed toys, I can get you set up right now. So you're thinking a couple of the seals, the rabbits, and one of the elephants? Okay. The curly-haired one? Of course, that's definitely the way to go. Now, right here, I have the order forms, which we'll fill out, you and I. And then I will mail them. You'll get a copy as well. And then if you'd like to pay by check or money order, or if you have a credit card, that works as well. Oh, you're thinking that you'd like to add some teddy bears to the order, but you didn't see one you quite liked. Well, good news, I have another catalog that is mostly teddy bears, and I can show that to you as well. We can add that to the order form. Perfect. Then let's go ahead and take a look at this one as well. Here you can see Alsford bears are best. And I am inclined to agree. I have seen quite a few different brands of teddy bears here at this job, and they definitely are the creme de la creme, as it were. Or perhaps I should say the bangers and mash. I don't know what they eat over there. Very strange. But what they lack in culinary delights, they make up for in amazing teddy bear craftsmanship. Just look at these. This catalog opens with a delightful teddy bear parade. We have some light tan ones and some darker brown ones. And you can see they come in all different sizes. So if you're looking for a big bear or a tiny bear or something in between, we have all of those size options right here. Another neat thing that you'll find with these bears is that their limbs are jointed, which you don't find in a lot of teddy bears here in the US. Here on this next page, you can see some more bears, obviously, and also a little bunny in here. I believe I mentioned that bunnies are sort of their next claim to fame after bears. And we have all the different shades of bears, and this is a very good example of the size variations. So perhaps a tiny one for a stocking stuffer, and then a larger one for the main event. Very cute. I think they're having a picnic here. And then we have some lambs as well, which also feel very of the season, as it were. Bookended by another bunny over here because, of course, and a random cat. Really just the whole animal varieties up in here. Now, if you'd like your bears to be a little less naked, we have clothed bears as well. Here we have a little sibling duo. I believe this is a teacher, you're a nursemaid, I don't know. Here's one just wearing some Vans. Are you into Vans? They're really cool right now. I mean, they've been in style for a bit, but these are a police bear. This one's wearing a very Christmassy coat. Yeah. We have our Scottish bear as well, wearing the plaid skirt. And then continuing on to this other page, we have some more, like a mother-daughter duo of ballerina bears. And then rabbits, of course. There's got to be rabbits to go with the bears. Bears and bunnies go together. Now, I actually have the official names right here. We have Santa, guardsman, policeman, nurse, nanny, a jogger, Scotsman, golfer, a ballet dancer, and then in the families we have mother, baby bear, mother rabbit and baby, father rabbit, and ballet dancer. And all the clothing on these is removed, or removable rather, for either playing or mixing and matching, or for washing separately if need be. So these are definitely some fun options, kind of that nice blend between stuffed animal and doll without the creepy porcelain doll faces that we agree are just a bit too much. But speaking of dolls, if you do happen to want dolls for anyone in your life, but don't want those weird, nightmare fuel faces, we also have some options here that are more of a cloth face doll. Feels more like a rag doll, but much more upscale. You can see they pair perfectly with the teddy bears. That is also an option, less creepy and more charming. You can see them sitting amongst the teddy bears, and they just blend in so well. Here we have a donkey in the back as well. This whole spread seems to be a beach scene, which is an interesting choice for stuffed animals. But as we have gone through, the Alsford stuffed toys are all machine washable. So if the children in your life do decide to emulate this scene and bring them to the beach, get them a little bit grungy, that is not an issue whatsoever. This spread features some familiar faces we saw in the previous catalog. We have the kangaroos and the otter. It's nice to see them in their natural habitat, which appears to be the beach. I do appreciate that we can see both views of these animals, sort of the close-up images, and then also, having these posed versions, because it gives you just a better idea of what you're going to be purchasing today with me. I do work on commission. I don't know if I mentioned that. No pressure whatsoever. Anyway, here in the middle you can see the elephants that I know you're interested in. These are also the curly-haired ones. And my favorite, the owls with the gigantic eyes. Really everything on this spread is a winner. You can see the seals and the polar bears as well. It's kind of interesting that they chose to have the anthropomorphic white bears right next to the more realistic polar bears. Have you seen that movie, Trading Places, yet? I don't know, it makes me think of that. But anyway, plenty of bear options to be had. And on the back, it just goes over some information that we've sort of discussed throughout our meeting. Things like the softness, the fact that it's made in England. We know these things. We've heard these things. So that is the bear-specific Alsford catalog. So now that you've seen the full gamut, let's talk ordering. What are we feeling? What are we thinking? I know you mentioned a few things from the previous catalog, but you wanted some more bears. So in addition to that, what can I put you down for? What would make you and your loved ones most happy this holiday season? Okay, so we'll add in some polar bears and the ballerina bears. Great choices. Excellent choices. Nope, there's no need for you to do a thing. I will mark it down on my end and we will get this going. I'm so happy for you, and I hope you have a most excellent holiday season. I'll get you checked out right over here.